So here we are in the first lesson. Again, my name is Sister Lois O'Malley. I am a sister of St. Joseph. I live in Wichita, Kansas. And after many years of speaking and teaching Spanish, I've decided to see if we can make this course a fun, simple way that you can bring Spanish into your busy lives. So this first class is going to be a little bit of a hodgepodge of vocabulary and kind of important beginnings for you, and then we'll move in to other lessons that are going to be more theme-based, like around family or what even what the weather is doing, what is important for our communication needs within your particular setting. So let's begin with pronunciation. The vowels are by far the most important. Spanish is a very melodic language, but it is based on Latin roots, so we have it. The vowel sounds are very clear and almost lyrical. So I will just pronounce these a couple of times to give you a chance to hear them, and then you can also practice those using your own recording device, a mirror, whatever you would like to do. So we'll begin with our alphabet, just with the vowels to start with. Okay. A, E, I, O, U. Once again, A, E, I, O, U. And again, in your Spanish book, Spanish for Gringos, you will see some more information about that pronunciation. And now the entire alphabet. Okay. A, B, C, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, E, M, N, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, W, X, Y, Z. So again, you can practice with those, but they're very similar to our English in the sounds. Now, cortesías. It's very important in the Spanish culture that we know some basic ways to communicate and just what we call saludos, to greet one another. So cortesías. Buenos días. Many of us know that one. Good morning. Buenas tardes. Afternoon. Buenas noches. Good night. Por favor. Very important one there. Por favor. Please. Gracias. Thank you. Hola. Very informal. Hello. Okay. ¿Cómo está? How are you? Again, a little more on the formal. ¿Cómo está? Mm-hmm. And what about names? As I began, you heard me say me llamo. Okay, I call myself, or my name is me llamo. Me llamo Luisa. Okay. with the question, we change it just a little bit. We say, ¿Cómo se llama? What's your name? ¿Cómo se llama? Él se llama José. Okay. So just, memorize that one. It doesn't always make a lot of sense for folks, but remember that one. Okay. Another one is very simply, vaya con Dios. When we leave someone, vaya con Dios. Go with God. Goodbye. Adios is another one that's very similar. We are very familiar with that one, I think. Okay. And sometimes with gracias, we get a little more excited, a little more emphatic. So it might be mil gracias, 1,000 thank yous, or muchas gracias. Okay. So again, that just makes it a little more exciting, okay, a little more fervent. Another handy expression that we need to know is ¿dónde? Where? ¿Dónde está el baño? Everybody knows that one. Where's the bathroom? ¿Dónde está el hotel? El hotel. You'll notice that the H in Spanish is silent. So, hotel. ¿Dónde está la oficina? Many of these words are very similar to our English words. But we may want to say a little more specifically. So we may want to say, ¿Dónde está? Está a la derecha. It's on the right. A la derecha. La oficina está a la derecha. O la oficina está a la izquierda. It's on the left. O sigue derecho. Just go straight ahead. Sigue derecho. Okay. Aquí for here. Allí for there. Allá over there. Okay. These are all basic words that are helpful for us as we're trying to give some directions. And we'll continue to work with these over and over again, so don't worry about getting them all down pat. But as you work with your book, you can look through these various pages and work some more with those basic phrases. So we'll be able to do that more and more often. Okay. Another one that's very important, of course, are the numbers. Okay. And hopefully somewhere along the line you've learned your numbers. But we're going to do that again and to practice those, and we'll continue to build on those with each lesson. So we'll start with cero, 0. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are the first 10. Okay, once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 11 to 20. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And as you'll read in the book and see the spelling, you'll notice that when we have 20 or seis, when the E is before an I, it has a very hard A sound. Okay, 20 or seis. But when it's an IE, it's still that two separate sounds, 7, 10. So when you keep some of those little sounds in mind, that will make it much easier for you with your numbers. So take just a moment to repeat those. Again, repeat those out loud to yourself. If you have a recorder of some kind, that helps. Okay. Okay, now that you've practiced those a bit, we'll move ahead to some other basic vocabulary that we'll need for communication, and that is days of the week and months of the year. Okay. So we'll begin with Sunday and work our way through the week. Okay, so domingo, lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado. Okay. And one more time. Domingo, lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado. Again, in our conversation, it's good to know how to say those days of the week, and it helps in communicating when we need information from folks. And then, of course, the months of the year are also important. Okay. We'll start with enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. Again, similar, but we have to watch the pronunciations there, especially those hard O's in noviembre and octubre. Okay. So once again, our months, los meses. Okay. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. Y cuándo is a great question word as well. When? So try a few of these just to yourself. ¿Cuándo es la Navidad? When is Christmas? To say the complete date, we start with the day and then the month. So, el 25 de diciembre. ¿Cuándo es el día de la madre? Madre, mom, mother. ¿Cuándo es? ¿Cuándo es el Día de los Muertos? ¿Cuándo es el Día de los Muertos? All Saints Day. ¿Cuándo es el Día del Padre? Father. ¿Cuándo es el Día del Padre. So just a few questions there to help you practice those a bit. Okay. With the days of the week, let's practice a little more here. Okay. ¿Qué día es ¿Qué día es el primer día de la semana? ¿Qué día o cuál día? ¿Cuál is another word, nice question word meaning which. So which day? ¿Cuál día es el primer día de la semana? ¿Cuál día es su favorito? Which one's your favorite? So many of these words are very similar that we can kind of figure out. ¿Cuándo es su cumpleaños? Birthday. ¿Cuándo es su cumpleaños? Mi cumpleaños está en octubre. Okay, so ¿qué mes? So various ways to help practice and think about those basic questions. Okay. Another great word that we use quite a bit is hoy. H-O-Y. Hoy, today. Hoy es lunes. Today is Monday. Huh? Mañana es martes. Mañana, tomorrow. Mañana es martes. Again, practicing each of those, and there are several in the book where you can make those basic questions and answer to practice on your own to see what those mini questions could be that you might use in your own work. I'm sure that you will use some of those for dates, filling out various forms, trying to find out someone's birthday, trying to find out basic information about appointments and those kinds of things. So those days and months are important to learn. Also in the Spanish culture, it's very important to greet one another, to ask about the family, to be courteous in your greeting one another, and also in saying farewell or goodbye when someone is leaving. So you can very easily say adios. Most of us know that one. Hasta luego. See you later. Okay. Hasta mañana. Until tomorrow. Okay. Lots of various, you could use any of the days of the week. Hasta viernes, hasta domingo. So very, very important that we have some way to bid someone farewell. We don't always do that very well in our U.S. culture, but it is important in the Spanish culture. So we learn some of those basic phrases. So I've hit a few of those, and I'm going to touch on just a few words, and we'll spend more time with these later in another lesson, but just a few words about family and friends. So, friend, many of you may know that word already, amigo or amiga. Okay, amiga if it's a woman or girl, amigo if it's a guy. So we have many friends, and so it's important in the Spanish language to to make that distinction, whether it's amigo or amiga. If it's all girls, amigas. If it's girls and guys or all guys, then we have amigos. So that gives you just a little bit of information around how we make things singular and plural, because they all are feminine or masculine in Spanish. So we sometimes that gets a little tricky for people to remember. So with family members, let's just go through just a couple of basic ones. We know madre and padre, but many of our Spanish-speaking friends use mama or papa. Okay. That's very, very common. So either of those, works fine. And hermana for sister, hermano for brother. Again, if you have a whole group of siblings and a mixture of guys and gals, then it's hermanos. Okay. If you have all sisters, then it's hermanas. Okay. So, again, just another example of how that the masculine and feminine work in the Spanish language. Okay. So how would I say goodbye? Adios, mi amiga. Adios, hermana. Hasta luego. Or vaya con Dios. Go with God. It's always a good one. Okay. Many times I will respond to something by gracias a Dios. Thanks be to God. So when something good happens. So various expressions that will come in handy as we're moving our way through, and we'll blend all those into various conversations that we'll be having. So this will be enough for the beginning lesson. I'll give you some things to look at, to practice with in your Spanish for Gringos book, and then we'll continue working with vocabulary of family in our next lesson. So you can look for that. Okay. Adios. Hasta luego.